Crazy to think this whole mess began in my bedroom with just a busted PC. Bro was just vibing after a long day, gaming hard and sipping a cold one. Passed out cold, then totally freaked. When he woke up stuck inside the game he was grinding. Weird place. White-haired chick calls him Lord Cotton and yells about mobs. Kadeem ain't sweating it. Claims he'll wreck 'em all in, like, 2 seconds. Then he just yeets himself straight into the swarm of net. YOLO, right? Before you can even blink, our guy is smack in the mosh pit, ready to throw hands. These demon creeps look super aggro and are totally ready to brawl hard. Kadeem moves glitch fast, dropping a baddie with one vertical slice. Boom. No lagging here. He keeps swinging, deleting a bunch of mobs at once. In seconds, the creeps start to just drop dead, dust clears, and it's basically a graveyard of wrecked enemies. Kneeling amidst the total chaos. Our boy looks a little gassed, but he bounces back fast, proving he's still got juice left to scrap. Says the demon zone is wild, spawning high-level threats right at the intro. The trek to the big boss is going to be way sweatier than he thought. Ignoring that, he spins around like he just remembered he left the stove on. Knows Melissa's going to roast him, while even more mobs spawn in. In front of him, another huge wave of uglies pops up, craving a rematch. Suddenly, a girl with red hair yells his name at the top of her lungs. It's Melissa the Mage. She's heated because she told him not to solo roam. Just then, a blonde knight taps her shoulder to distract her. This blonde dude, Gale, is busy fending off a bunch of rock golems. Calling himself a hero, Gale preps his sword to keep grinding. Tells Melissa to save the drama for later, since mobs are the main issue. Mel sighs, that Gale's way to try hard as a hero. Total buzz. Meanwhile, white-hair lady sends up a prayer, hoping RNGesus saves them. She frets that Lord Cadium going too hard and needs to chill. While she's distracted, a mob tries to jump her from behind. Cheap shot. But a priest-looking dude shows up and tells the girl, Surreal, to relax. Priest Gordon chills Surreal out, betting Kadeem's got a strategy. They decide to clear the mobs before chewing out the warrior. Elsewhere, our MC intros himself while checking out the wrecked scenery. He and the squad are the main heroes, fated to clap the Archman. This guy's the epic warrior of Athala, but this fighter's got a juicy secret nobody else seems to know. Truth is, he's an isekai traveler who hijacked this game Char's body. Joke's on them, he was a support Char in the game, Hadad warrior. The plot was basic. Hero gathers the homies to wreck the final boss. Some weirdos might actually dig a chaotic trip like this, but for a softy city kid, total nightmare fuel. Survival here meant doing stuff that'd make you hurl. This new world was way nastier than any horror movie. Bro has a weird perk. Drinking demon juice makes him so he figures he just needs to clap a few more monsters, clear the map, and he can finally ditch this dumpster fire. Gotta end this drama to finally piece out of this hellhole for good, soaked in nasty enemy slime. But our guy is totally losing his grip on reality. He just wants to bounce from this nightmare like yesterday. Speed running the exit. Zero chills given about anything else. Ended up standing on a literal mountain of dead mobs. He's gone full demon mode. Totally thirsty for battle. Suddenly, a girly-looking creature pops up to throw hands. Hero glares, daggers, red eyes blazing with zero chill. Totally unhinged, screaming he's gonna munch 'em all. Vowing to delete literally everything standing in his way. Even swears to chug their juice to feed his rage. Flash of voice screams at Lord Cadium to quit it ASAP. Stunned by the light, he looks up to see who yelled. Hurt mage Melissa is using magic to vibe check him. Even raging, he clocks his pal and yells her name. Can't believe he almost lost it. Hopes it's just a dream. That OP berserker skill is frying his brain cells. Is he so gone he can't even recognize the squad? Just game text before, now it's literal brain rot. Nasty demon juice tastes sweet. Now, totally hooked. Being bloodthirsty is eating his conscience alive. Worries he'll go full psycho if he can't stop the crazy. Gotta wreck the boss before he snaps for good. Then Melissa Barra hugs him to ground him back to reality. She says it's chill and tells him not to beat himself up. Says they got his back now? He just mumbles my bad. Siriel and Gordon pull up to hype their leader too. They swear they won't let him go off the deep end. Gordon jokes he'll bonk him on the head if he acts up. Hero steps over a body, asking if break time is over. Blondie says, if y'all rested, let's get moving. Offers a hand to Cadium. Let's beat the boss together. MC eyes Gale's hand, still feeling major guilt. Takes the help, and they get back on the grind that completely wrecked their souls. Ages later, they reach the end. Final boss fight starts. He's about to finish the big red demon for good. That beast screamed like a baby. When the crit landed, he went full spin cycle with that axe. Total chaos. Gale exhaled. Looking hyped? Grind's finally done. That OPS Mac totally deleted the art. No core means bye. Dude's turning into glitter. Battle's over, but Mel's just lagging there, staring. She's tripping out, wondering if it's legit over. Then, bam, A hand taps her, making her jump a mile. Jess Gordon saying, "Thank Wilga, we actually won." Mage is still shook, mumbling, "For real this time." Suddenly, massive flashbang in the sky scares her. Whole mat lit up like some weird holy spotlight. Everyone's looking up, totally confused, like, huh? Sorrel starts freaking out, screaming for Lord Kadim. Dropped his loot. Now he's sprinting at the glow. Gale yells, "Bro, stop! That light is super sus." Hero pauses a sec, refusing to turn around. Gives him one last side-eye glance. Smirks, "Cool meeting you guys for real, not pixels." Then poof, he's gone. Gale's screaming his name. Gold flash blinds. Night, still grasping at air. Too bright. Surreal tripped and fell off the cliff. Priestess, face planted, stuck there in total pain. Dusk clears. Now she's sitting solo in a wasteland. Looking super bummed, she yells for the boss again. Meanwhile, Hero's walking through a lit-up void, thinking, same old. What's the move back home? Plan cold brew, sleep, and rage quit? Forever. Feels bad for ghosting, but he's never seeing him. Time to say rip to the mighty warrior could. See a crosslight ahead? That's the logout button. Thinks he's free. The huge plot twist, shock. Sweating buckets, hoping this is just a bad dream. That glowing cross is staring him down hard. His face drops and he starts laughing like a psycho. Head back, full Joker mode, cackle of doom. Floating text, new game plus, RESETTING ... Cuisine switch, Gale leading soldiers with a cart. Game resets, and our boys cuffed up tight. Stuck in a prisoner conga line. Dudes are whining. One guy's like, "I'm innocent." Another, "Just a ring." Guard gets salty and tells everyone to zip it. Losing his cool, he smacks an old dude for respect. Guard's grumbling about the loud trash today. Right then, another prisoner walks up, pleading. The grunt spins around, all like, "Yo, who gave you permission to yap?" Dude's like, "I didn't sell no cursed junk. Someone framed me, bruh." The officer just stares blankly. Zero cares given. Total NPC energy. Guy figures folks always blame the innocent just to look good. Typical. Gale's chilling on his horse nearby. Dude realizes the pally's just a kid. Guard grins like a creep. If he messes up, he's toast. So he's stressed. You doubting an Ilgafin? He sneers, freaking the prisoner out. If you're chill, you walk. Soldier lies, shoving him back in line. Super salty. The guy spins around and stomps back to the loser squad. Guard thinks, "Rip buddy, a paladin fingered you, so you're cooked." Ditching the shopkeeper, the soldier pivots to check out the rest of the conga line. Surprise! Our MC was right behind Mr. Lap. Soldiers confused. How'd they bag such a swole barbarian? Our boy strolls chill among the mobs. Dead serious. He's like, "What the heck just went down?" Body feels right, but his OP stats? Gone. He's been nerfed hard. Seems the crazy vibes and guilt trips are gone too. Brain is clear. Saw the new game plus text. Wants to know why the server reset? Still, he's floored literally and totally lost on the current plot. He thinks the vanilla game intro was never this weird. Glitched. Suddenly, a tied-up grandpa in line catches our main character's eye. The geezer reaches out, handing the big guy some funky-looking roots. "Chew these, kid," he says. Makes this road trip suck less. Mick stays mute, just sizing up the old dude and his weird snacks. Gramp says barbarians saved him once. You got their vibe, son? So our hero takes the loot, even with his wrists all cuffed up. Warrior asks how he got busted. Old guy goes, "No clue, honestly." Looking deep, the geezer just says he gets the vibe of this mess. Kadim notes paladins hate heretics, but different gods ain't illegal. Shocked, Gramps asks, "Empire, never heard of Lucania." Our hero recalls Lucania being a kingdom, but Gramps says that's ancient history. Parallel server, he asks where this party bus is heading. To the capital for a trial. The old man sighs. Fun times, MC's relieved not, instant death. Gramps is shook. You think that's good news? The Inquisitors are psychos, he warns. They'll play you like a toy. Gramps keeps listing the nasty stuff waiting for them. Total buzz. Suddenly, Gale rides up and bonks the old man with his weapon handle. Whack. It's a crit. Old dude hits the dirt, totally code, and hurt. The paladin barks that anyone dissin. Elga squad pays with blood. The blonde knight smirks, proud of his cheap shot. He trots his horse over to our MC, who saw the whole mess. The hero asks if the barbarian was the one making all that racket. Gale goes, "Big guy, want to avoid a nap like Gramps? Better start begging." Knight adds, "Beg for mercy, and I might just let you live." Dude just mean mugs the paladin, flashing a troll face to tick him off. Blondie totally loses it, shrieking like a banshee. How some random scrub dares roast him. Crying blasphemy. He preps to slice the cuffed prisoner. The sharp tip gets super close to our boy's eye, but he doesn't even blink. Despite almost dying, the big guy keeps that smirk plastered on. Paladin is shook by the chill vibes. Suddenly, Barbarian Bro grabs the blade with his shackled hands. Gale yelps like a puppy as the Hulk grips the steel tight. Mr. Paladin gets way more salty and orders the dude to let go right now. Hero's like, cool, bet, and drops a shiny sword. One shuvin, he eats the knight and horse backward. Gale calls him a cursed heathen, swearing to judge him ASAP. Blondie's eyes are popping with hate and shock at the dude's stats. Ignoring the salt, the barbarian parkours over the paladin. He lands hard, creating a massive dust storm. Dust clears. Main character standing. Blondie, even the horse got code by the shockwave. Junior paladin's floored too, totally confused by the beat. Prisoner dude just chills, staring at his wrecked Exili. Struggling up, Gale can't believe a dirty heathen hit him. He's mad anyone touched a god servant and grabs his spear. Kadeem figures, a paladin's tough, takes more to delete him. The spear tip glows gold, buffing up for round 2. Weapon ready, Blondie preps a full power divine. Hero watches, realizing the kid's charging his ult. Gale starts praying to Ilga, light boss, for a holy light drops from the sky, soaking the paladin in mana. Invoking Ilga, he sentences the heathen to get wrecked. Knight charges in, spear glowing with OP divine juice. He rushes our MC, who's vibing near the prisoner cart. Seeing the attack, the barbarian knows that skill hits hard. With his nerfed body, he knows he can't dodge in time. The light beam zooms in, ready to dust its target. Boom! The blast breaks his cuffs and the wagon behind him. Dust settles, showing the MC standing in the mess. Perched on the wreckage, the warrior's chest glows red. Paladin walks up, shook. Can't believe the guy's not dead. He calls the barbarian ugly but tanky, creeping closer. Mick thinks even after a reset, his berserker mode is on. He wishes there was just one weak demon nearby to farm. Thinking that, he brainstorms an exit strat from this mess. Suddenly, the warrior smells something familiar in the junk. Gale walks up admitting he's strong, but says game over. Paladin tells him to ask Elga's pardon while he Blondie's face twisted up like he just smelled expired milk. He pinched his nose, gagging at the sudden funk in the air. Our boy just stared at him and busted out cackling. What's hilarious? Crazy, the knight sneered, confused. Looks like your god Elgas, totally crushing on me. The big guy grinned. Then crack, he smashed the wagon wood like it was paper. Boom! He yanked a hidden goblin head from the debris. Paladin dude just stared, hand still glued to his nose. Chest mark glowing, he flashed a wicked, creepy grin. The warrior looked like he was cooking up a scheme, gripping that monster noggin. Zero chill, he chugged the goblin goo straight down. Everyone watched, jaws literally on the floor. Gale balled his fists tight, thinking the dude lost it drinking demon juice. He pointed at a guard. In this weirdo. Now. Red energy flared up as the soldier stepped close. Poor guard was shaking so bad he almost dropped his spear. He tried to attack, but our guy palmed his face instantly. He squeezed till the metal helmet started bending. Guard shrieked as he got lifted by his face alone. Please, no. The soldier squeaked, terrified. Warrior ignored him, squeezing even tighter. Blondie just stood there, totally freaking out. Then bam, one hit and the guard was out cold. Weak demon, small buff, he thought, but it'll do. With this juice, he knew he could ditch this parade. Red glow, spiked as he yelled, plenty for me. The other soldiers were practically peeing themselves. Monster, one cried, and panic went viral. Guards dropped gear, totally spooked by his strength. Everyone started bolting, but Gale screamed, don't run, form a line, and grab him. Anyone bailing gets he warned. He knew one lucky spear shot would end his run. So he chucked the goblin bits right at Gale. Hit him so hard the knight flopped down, seeing stars. Blondie lay there, hurting, glued to the dirt. He eyed the goblin guts, wondering how he lost. Gale wobbled up, glaring daggers at the barbarian. He couldn't believe the prisoner was ghosting him. Harrow zoomed off. The knight knelt to charge his He begged Elgo for the juice to zap this evil dude. His eyes lit up gold, body radiating crazy energy. Then he blasted a massive gold laser at the runner. He screams for his god like a total fanboy. Boom! Golden blast hits our main guy for some. Blondie grins, thinking game over for Barboy. But nope, dude grabs the beam barehanded. Wild. Paladin's jaw drops. Totally. Shook. No words. Hero crushes the light blade. 0 damage taken. One punch later. Skill shattered. OP strength. Left hook launches the knight into orbit. Hitch was so hard, he's surfing the dirt now. Fist bloody. Big guy Pally begs, stop. Gale's face is wrecked. My bad. Spare me, please. MC stares down at the crying loser. Pathetic. He turns to Bale, acting chill while the blonde guy says TX but thinks you're dead. Moron. Knight wheezes on the grass. Barely rebooting. Vows payback and name. But wait, something sus. Random spear in the dirt, nearby. Confusing. Oh, MC's walking back. Weapon dragging. Blondie freezes eyes. He knows he's cooked, Big guy grabs the spear, still praying, lifts it up. Go say hi to your god for me. Freaking out, Knight stammers, wait, bro, with a shaky voice. But Barb ignores him. Smash goes, the spear. Skewers the pally and the old dude together. Grimy face MC just watches the carnage quietly. Then he spots the soldiers fleeing. Coward check. They sprint away from the panic mode. Hero recalls a pro tip from round 1. Goons, keep running. 0 chill. No looking back. One's gassed, but adrenaline says, move or die. Guard thinks I made it, then zing. Spear shave. Spear rain. Every runner gets tagged. Lesson, leave no loose ends. Wipe the squad. One guy camps in a bush, shaking like crazy. Hands over, mouth, praying hard. But MC stares right at his hiding spot. Perfect aim. The warrior chucks a spear at the bush. It zooms straight for the last camper. Bam! Spear hits. Guy screams one last time. Map cleared. MC turns to chat with the prisoners. Old dude walks up. Wow, you wrecked him. He mentions shackles then back. Dead's hit was instant. Guy didn't even see it coming. Others get splattered and stare, totally freaked. Flashback time. He remembers the tutorial level lesson. The dude's back up, catching major bad vibes. Rule number 1. Leave 0 witnesses. Zip. Terror level 100. Their faces are pale. One guy yells, yo, barbarian, what gives? Big guy ignores him. Grabs the next whiner. Eyes glowing red. 0 chill. Just stares. The field is basically a game over screen now. Leaving anyone breathing? Huge mistake. They would spill the beans. Worst case, elite paladins crash the party. Bloody Spear says, nah, too risky. Middle of the mess. Innocent guy is sobbing, hiding in the bushes, shaking like crazy. Hero spots him. Spear, ready to poke. You are the final boss. He says, no mercy. Guy screams, not fair. And glitches out. On his knees, swearing he is innocent. Give me one reason not to delete you. I got a family. It is a setup. The usual, cool story. Still dying. Guy screams gibberish. Wait, do not, you need a guide? Hero pauses. Say what now? I am a merchant. I am a walking GPS. Hero pauses empire. Was it not a kingdom? Merchant looks totally confused. No clue. Thinks the big guy is a caveman or something. Hero stares. Were you gonna speak? It has been 248 years since the empire rose. Okay, translate that to the old solar lunar calendar. Nobody uses that. Maybe year 1130. Hero is stunned. His calendar, ... is basically dinosaur times now. What about the church? The demon zone. Lucania united everyone 300 years ago. Now, chaos. Church is OP? Now, and the demon realm, fatal. Wait, nobody survives the demon realm. Ever hear of Gale, Melissa, Gordon, or Sir? Merchant shakes his head. Nope, never. Suddenly, Melissa rings a bell. Actually, ... that sounds kind of familiar. Elisa Melissa. I am confused. Weird, did everyone forget the MV? He goes, quiet. Brain overload. Why are demons everywhere? Guide shrugs. Some call it divine, others say a hellgate popped open. Real talk, only the big cloud boss upstairs knows the tea. Our main character stays zip-lipped, soaking in the info dump. After a beat, he jams his spear into the dirt like a boss. Guide is clue-free, wondering what the big guy is plotting. Without a word, the hero ghosted him, walking off solo. Realizes he time-skipped 300 years since round 1. Booted from home, exiled here too. Total bummer. His old squad, he just left. Literal dust bunnies now. Grim realization hits. Everyone he knew is ancient history. Why live? Just endless grinding and fighting the crazy. Plus, no guarantee of home, even if he beats the game. Thanks to that, cursed god. It's new game, ++. Who knows what messed up level is unlocking next? He shuts his eyes, making a super heavy decision. Snaps a thick branch in half with bare hands. Savage. Guide is watching, like, yo, what is bro doing? Points the sharp stick at his neck. Rage quitting, 0 cares given about what happens after. Guide freaks out, screaming, Lord, what's the plan? Restarting means regrets. He'd rather just log off now. Presses the wood to his skin, ready for the final move. Just hoping for a permanent game over screen. But wait, he blinks. Brain blast. Something important. Flashback to Melissa, the mage. She wanted to build a tower. Eyes snap open. Boom. Critical plot detail remembered. Grabs to guide yo? Ever hear the name Melissa? Merchant's like, maybe. First tower master was named that. Hero shakes him. Where's this magic tower at? It's in like, a 2-month trek away. MC pauses, calculating his next speedrun remembers her smile. Can't quit the game just yet. Orders the dude. Magic tower. Fastest route. Guy whines about family and not being an Uber guide. Hero gets it, but offers the ultimate payment. Coley says, your payment is, I let you live. Merchant's face drops. He can't believe his ears. Find the key. Grab loot, let's roll immediately. Scavenging the wreck, he finds a decent long sword. Not a legendary drop, but his skill can buff it. Regrets, leaving the spear. Special gear hates him anyway. Misses his ojects from the first playthrough. Duncan recalls the axe too, but is just glad to breathe. Merchant gags, as the barb bottles goblin slime. Sword equipped. Gross juice. Packed. Adventure time? Bags packed. Cool. The hero tells the new guy, let's roll. So they start the trek to that creepy, magic tower. Meanwhile, crows are snacking hard at the murder scene. Fresh knights show up and spot poor Linton's body. One guy reports the mess and asks, now what? Boss? Lady Helm, the head honcho, owns the vibe instantly. She tells Ethan to hunt for clues. Any hint helps. Dude nods fast, but the boss thinks he's lame. She stays quiet though. Who'd wreck a holy night? He rages, vowing revenge. Sun dips. Full moon makes the sky look super eerie. Miles away, our duo sets up camp for a snooze. Their cozy fire starts dying out. Big guy's out, cold? Cellar guy? Totally, wired. The guide's junk is just dumped by the tents. Seeing the brute snoozing, he bolts into the woods, gasping, ditching the beast. Dead tired, dude keeps sprinting. Gotta put miles between him and the psycho. He thought a travel buddy was a chill idea, but this dude chugs demon juice and slays everyone. Terrified, he fed him and gave up the best fire spot. Tried chatting, then panicked, the guy might snap. Big guys, mutant bands, all dumb questions. Doesn't feel human, just a wild, random beast. Living on the edge wasn't even the main issue. One thing sucked way more than the terror. Hero-wise, the wheezing guy. You're slow, he says. The barbarian walks at god-tier speed. Impossible. Even for a road pro like him, the pace was nuts. Guy jogged just to match him. Hero glared back hard. Fall back. The brute would definitely end him. Does the dude have robo-legs or something? Sweating bullets. The guide is ready to faint. He made up his mind. Gotta bail. Like, now. So he sneaks off into the dark while Hero sleeps. Thought he was clear. Then panic hits hard. Realized he dipped without his backpack. Panic mode. Return means waking the beast. Screw the gear. Staying alive matters more. Ran a bit, stopped, realized he's totally lost. He'll find his way. Freedom first, right? Suddenly, a voice pops up asking, where's the fire? Totally freaking him out. Dude spins around. Jaw-dropping. The brute is literally right in his face. Hero's like, yo, why are you ditching me at like midnight? Giving him the death stare, he asks if the guy hates money or something. Guy goes ghost white, stuttering, like a glitch, totally speechless. He hits the dirt, begging for a do-over, like his life depends on it. Bowing like crazy. He's all, my bad, I totally forgot how much I owe you. Hero's like, save the drama. Give me a reason, or you'll be running for real. Dead serious. The fighter demands the tea on why he tried to bail. Sweating bullets. The dude scrambles to find the right words. Stuttering, he admits the big guy walks way too fast, like sonic speed. He adds, if he kept chasing that pace, he'd literally drop dead. No joke. Slumped on the floor, he shuts his eyes, thinking, welp, I'm toast. Hero just stands there, quiet, letting that excuse sink in for a sec. Surprisingly, the brute just tells him to march his butt back to camp. Caden grunts that from now on, he'll chill on the speed walking. Warrior spins and strolls back under the moon, leaving the dude in the dust. Merchant is totally shook by how chill his scary buddy just acted. Cut to the campfire crackling away in the creepy dark night. At camp, Hero watches the guide who's passed out cold by the flames. Dude's having a nightmare, mumbling, sorry, bro, even in his sleep. Quietly, the fighter realizes his speedrunning habit comes from his newbie days. Back then, everything was code red, like he had a target on his back. He recalls that hellscape where snacks and naps were rare, pushing everyone hard. Big guy sighs, totally drained, just thinking about those rough days. It's safer now, but he's still kinda paranoid about the creepers. Morning comes, and Hero figures, it's cool to finally take it easy. Guide points sideways, saying, let's detour. The border is total drama, right now. Hero gives the thumbs up and the merchant looks crazy relieved. Plan set, the guide chills out and they keep moving. Warrior thinks that, even with a map, it's 300 years old totally useless. Duncan says, paladins hunt, weirdos, so he's only safe in the Alliance Zone. Barbarian wonders if those holy nights are why the demons are ghosting. Checks his flastamin juice is gonna go bad soon. Need a refill? Stat. Night hits again, and they trek through the super dark, thick woods. Suddenly, Guide freezes and points at some village he just spotted, says it looks like a farm town. Let's crash there and grab grub, he suggests. Hero just scopes out the village. From afar, looking totally sketch, but the merchant vibes something wrong. Literally, 0 lights on in the whole place. Worse, the gate's wide open, no guards, and it's prime dinner time. Guide thinks it's a ghost town, but Warrior says, we gotta check it. Freaking out, dude asks, for real, and warns there might be a beast. Village is dead, silent, and empty. Total creepy horror movie vibes. Merchant is shook as the hero just waltzes in like he owns the place. Dude grips his blade, basically praying a demon shows up. Zero, chill, sword out, ready for whatever's creeping in the dark. Smirking, he's like, if there's a beast, that's actually hype. Big guy walks in. His guide is lagging behind, totally shook. Merchant asks if it's clear, but the vibe is deaf, not empty. MC creeps through the silent streets, eyes peeling for drama. Suddenly, he freezes up like lag just hit. Something's off. Spooked, the guide's like, yo boss, why'd we stop? Warrior spots one open door. That is super sus. Right then, weird steps echo out. Total jump scare moment. A goblin-looking thing bursts out, screaming and rushing. Thing looks feral, red eyes glowing in the dark. Creepy. But our boy moves fast, slicing the creep before it blinks. Hit was so clean, the mob dropped without even lagging. Guide shrieks like a noob as the body plops in front of him. Bad luck. Fam, another beast steps out of the shadows. Suddenly, a whole squad of angry goblins rushes the chat. He says gobs are usually chill, so something's glitched him. Grinning, he knows he's finally at the right level for this quest. One mob rushes with a club, screaming, trying to smash him. Hero claps back so fast, he leaves a blue light trail. The other gobs are totally stunned by his OP stats. Sword ready. Big guy preps to farm these green creeps. Goblin screams, rushing in with a knife like a maniac. MC counters with a spin move, flashing that blue light. In a blink, warrior deletes the mobs. No chance given. Axe wielding, gob charges, trying to avenge his homies. Hero blocks it, sending sparks flying everywhere. Quick move, he deflects the weapon and cues a counter. No lag time. Fighter hits the gob right in the chest. Creature stares at the blade, totally confused. Wait, what? Screams in pain as the attack finishes him. Game over. MC checks the loot on the ground with a serious look. Mobs defeated. The guide asks, is the raid over yet? Merchant asks if we're done. Hero shrugs. Then a noise hits. A gob hand pops out the door. Another enemy, giant gob stumbles out, carrying something, looking wrecked. Guide gasped a creep is holding a little girl hostage. Giant screams, raging, ready to attack with the kid. MC eats his sword with aimbot level precision at the beast. Weapon zooms and headshots, the creature perfectly. Shot was so clean, the sword stuck in the giant's skull. Impact drops the mob, and he lets go of the girl. Guide freaks out. Yo, what if you hit the kid? Hero's ice cold. Nah, I don't do that. He slides over to the kiddo and gently frees her hands. Real talk. He starts seeing her tears. Got some questions? Dude whips out a daw. Chill, we're the good guys. Here, licorice. He offers, sweet treat, to chill you out. She grabs the snack and munch. Vibe check passed. You're a natural with kids. Bro, the warrior tells him. Merchant gets shot. Got a kid just like her back home? Main character stays quiet, just watching the bro. Mid-snack, she whispers for her mom. Totally heartbreaking. Guide hypes her up. We'll find your rents. Pinky swear. Tears flowing. She drops a bomb. My parents left me here. Fighter is shook. Wait, for real. Stuff just got heavy. Duncan gasps. Did they tie you up? That is so messed up. Big guy connects the dots, muttering, oh, I get it now. Someone screams her name. We all whip around fast. Torch mob arrives. Lady up front looks totally wrecked. She sprints to the kid, squeezing her tight. Baby, mom's grateful, but the mob is terrified of the dead beasts. Some dude steps up and hits the warrior with a question. Asking if he did this, hero yanks his blade out. Me? No. Holding the bloody sword, he smirks. My blade did the work. He glares. Why'd you toss your own kid? Explain yourself. The dudes go quiet. Totally ashamed. Super awkward. Goblins took the woods. One admits. We had to move here. Inside, he spills tea. Then they attacked us here too. Those things were savage. We lost so many peeps. So the boys teamed up to end them for good. Found a red demon in the cave. We were too weak to fight. Totally hopeless. We begged that thing for mercy. Demon's deal. One sacrifice per. Absolutely brutal. Guide flips out. You gave up other kids? You're deluded. We couldn't leave. He snaps back. We'd starved to death. Fed up with the yapping. Our hero decks the guy. How many horns did it have? The warrior grills him. Confused, the guy stammers. 0 horns, actually. Hero thinks, then grabs his sword. Take me to the cave. Wait, take you where? The guy is clueless. Dead serious stare. Where do you think? Genius? Straight to the red monster's crib. Let's go. Dude lights a torch. Time for a dark forest trek. Squad moves out, following the locals into the woods. Leader feels bad. Sorry man, we're broke. Got no cash. Don't sweat it, warrior says. Not doing this for money. Guy sighs, relieved. Thanks for the save, bro. Actually, hero says, I'll take that axe. Deal struck. Ages later, they finally hit the front door of the demon's crib. Torches blazing. They paused right at the Creepfest lair. Hero grabs his axe to brawl, but the villagers bail, terrified of goblin ambushes. The guide's jaw hits the floor. Asks if they're just glorified Uber drivers. Chickens just tripped me up. The fighters snorted. Bring the light. Merchant? The guide froze. Going inside wasn't on his bingo card. Zero choice. He trails the hero into the gloom. Merchant guy asks why the boss isn't roasting the villagers for dipping. Hero shoots back. You ever stared down a breathing demon? Nope, he admits. Only dead scraps sold on the black market. Big guy explains that meeting a demon face to face changes you forever. Fear wrecks your soul. He adds, you just want to not die. Guide still salty, mumbling that even wild animals guard their babies. Hero shrugs. They chose breathing over fighting. Don't judge. But the kids, the merchant counters, total abandonment issues, waiting to happen. He asks, what's the point of life if you gotta sell your soul to keep it? Guide pivots to the stone-faced hero and calls out, nervous. He thinks the scared villagers are more human than him. He's too used to brawls. Think the snatch kids are still kicking? The merchant asks. The warrior blinks, chewing on the question for a sec. If the demon's evil but has a brain, he says, the kids are alive. Guide's confused by the logic while the hero preps his axe. Zip it, big guy steps up, weapon gripped, ready to throw down. Out of nowhere, he eats his axe into the pitch black. The guide yelps, totally spooked by the sudden toss. The blade spins like crazy, toward an invisible target. Thwack, it lands. Hero holds out a hand like he's summoning Thor's hammer. A goblin stumbles out, axe handle sticking out of its noggin. It shrieks, trips, and shows off the squad behind it. Axe reclaimed, a bunch of red-eyed goblins pop up. Guide screams his head off at the creepy horde. Keep that light steady. The hero barks at the merchant. No time to chill. Warrior braces and rushes the monsters. Goblin swipes with a shank, but big guy's way too fast. He ducks, grabbing the monster's arm with a vice grip. Squeezes so hard the bone snaps, like a dry twig. Using the goblin as a meat shield, he plows into the rest. Hero spots an issue and leans his sword on a rock spike. Ceiling's too low. Swinging big weapons here is gonna suck. Leftover goblins stare, waiting for an opening to jump him. He wraps his hilt for grip. Suddenly, a massive new wave shrieks in. He chucks the sword with aimbot precision at the green freaks. Bullseye hits a goblin square in the forehead. Game over. In the mayhem, he goes on a rampage, dropping them in face spattered red. The warrior stares down the final boss. Time to break out the new Toy X. Mode engaged. Zero lag. He snags the new gear to mop him up. Boom. One shot, straight to the dome. Max crit. Dude spamming attacks in the mosh pit. No chill. They're dropping like flies. Total noob harvest. Slice. Goblin sushi. Served fresh. Easy game. Head goes bowling. Strike. Guide sweating. Buckets. Shook. Can't believe bro just soloed the whole lobby. Mobs see the DPs and scream. Nope. Rage quitting. Merchants like, yo boss, they're bailing. Heroes chill. Let 'em run. Free GPS to the big bad. So they creep deeper, trailing the chickens. Guide notices the hallway getting wildly huge. Fancy was, must be the Goblin HQ. Sniff sniff. Hero smells trouble. Yo, demon alert. Heads up. Stay put. You run. Your goblin lunch. Don't be dumb. Game face on. Time to raid the cave boss. Zoom. He dashes in. Sword glowing blue. So cool. Big dude plants his feet. Charging up the spins at axe like a tornado. Finisher move. Glitch. Heroes floored. Guide screaming. Bro. Red dude glares. Who's this? You ain't local. Demon grins like a creep. Ew. Spicy plot twist. MCs thinking crap. This wasn't in the walkthrough. Dude's horns are leveling up. Uh-oh. Hero gets mad salty. Let's go. Claw swipe incoming. Final boss music starts playing. Monsters all. I like humans. Weeks. Hero barely blocked that laggy move. Pure luck. This thing is way too buff for a low-level mob. You wrecked my minions. Beg. Loser. So dramatic. Yeah, elites are way sweatier than the trash mobs. Red creep smiles. Tell you what, I'll be nice, tells our guy. Disable one arm right now. Hack off your arm and eat it. Gross dude. Bus is OP, but weight horns are baby size. He's we got this. Monsters triggered. Why aren't you listening? Hero plants the sword. Bro, you talk too much. Grabs his drink. I don't listen to juice bags. Pokes a hole in the flask and spills the goods. Demon sniffs it like, whoa, that's the good stuff. Chugs the potion for the XP boost. Eats the bottle. Transformation time. Red glow everywhere. His power level is spiking. Rah, he's going full beast mode now. Red monsters just standing there, shook. Bro's eyes go lead red, face looking absolutely savage right now. Basic trick, but it works. He's got to speedrun this part. Monster's tripping on how this squishy human got so OP suddenly. Big Ugly yells he's gonna delete him from the server right now. Sprints in, claws out, ready to one-shot our guy. Thinks the horn squashed its brain. Fast claw, swipe incoming. Reflexes on max. He hits the dodge button just in time. Blocks with the axe, and things get spicy real quick. Demon screeches. Big mad his attack got totally walled. Uh-oh. He spots a gnarly crack in his axe. Not good. It's gonna break. But he's ready to throw hands instead. Red guy roars, flashing those claws, ready to throw down. Screams he's never forgiving the dude. Such a drama queen. Eyes glowing like lasers. He preps his next big play. Staring him down, ready to go full send on the counter. Charges with a sword arc of pure red chaotic energy. Direct hit. Sparks fly, and the beast howls like a baby. Demon gets yeeted backward, stumbling all over the place. Totally stunned by the gains. Literally shaking right now. Hero sees an opening, winding up the axe for a combo. Hits so hard both weapons explode. Rip the gear. Shrapnel flies. Demon can't compute the sheer power level. Rage screaming, it rushes in for a salty desperation hit. Tries to rearrange the guy's face with its ... nasty claws, but bros faster and lands a counterpunch. Thing gets launched, sliding across the floor like butter. Gets ready for round 3 with his broken sword handle. Monster's giving him the side-eye, actually looking scared. Spins up a whirlwind with that redder Beyblade style. Lets out a massive yell, queuing up the finisher move. Demon sees the L coming, tries to run, and screams, "Stop!" Smackdown hits the floor, blasting rocks at the ugly face. Floored and screaming while our boy stands over it. Demon asks, freaking out, "Bro, what even are you?" Glaring daggers. He goes, "Don't think I'm human?" Eyes glowing hard. Beast realizes he's a monster and shrieks. Last-ditch effort. Demon charges in for a Hail Mary. Lands a haymaker, sending our hero flying across the room. It still feels like it's getting owned and shut down. Suddenly, the monster freaks out, yelling to get away. It's staring at the guide, surrounded by gobs and fire. Duncan yells back off. "You guys want some heat?" Torch blazes orange, totally spooking the monsters. Demon gets a light bulb moment. Fire is the cheat code. Hero clocks the plan and sees exactly where it's headed. Zero hesitation. Snags a busted handle and a loose blade. DIY weapon time, baby. Got his janky axe ready? He knows exactly what this creep is plotting. Looking savage, he swears this demon ain't getting its way. No chance. Red aura flaring up like crazy. Knuckles white on that handle. Plan B, just smash the floor right under the ugly guy's feet. Easy. Screaming like a maniac, he brings the axe down hard. Max F. Demon's jaw drops. Totally. Didn't expect to get rushed like that? That axe spins so fast, it's just a blur of light slicing the air. Boom. Hits so hard the cave floor shatters like cheap glass. Guides freaking out. Goblins look dumb. Red dude trips and eats dirt. Huge cloud of dust and rocks blows up from where the axe landed. Through the grit, Hero's sword drops and stabs into the ground. Demon's whining about dust in his eyes. Totally blinded. Crybaby. He rushes in with the broken blade. No mercy for the blind guy. Bullseye. Stabs right in the eye. Monster's screaming its head off while he twists the blade. Smirking, he tells the demon, "Honestly, that's a huge upgrade." Beast swears revenge, but bro just shoves the sword in deeper. Surprised it's alive with a pierced brain. Tough guy. Grips tight. Time to delete this boss for good. Game over. "You're annoying," he says. Demon's crying now, begging him to quit. Too late for that, buddy. Ignores him, spins around for the kill shot. Nighty-night. Quick movie uses the ugly's body as a launch pad. Up we go. Monster roars once more before the hit lands. Smack. Hit was so up, the demon's head just explodes. Nasty confetti. Fight's done, but check it out. His bar buff is still active. Nice. Thank God he didn't have to fight that That would suck. Here's a weird noise. Turns around. Goblins are crying for their dead king. Losers. He realizes their scary mode. Crashed when the boss died. Grips the sword though. Not done yet. Zero lag. He rushes in and one-shots a goblin. Easy peasy. These things are pests. He goes, "Gonna wipe them all out?" Goblin freaks out watching his buddy's head roll away. Fighter moves in. Sword, ready to sweep the trash. Strikes so fast the thing screams before it even knows it's hit. Sees one bail? One left with a torch. The last scrub. Torch goblin staring from the dark red eyes glowing. Hero grips his sword. One last frag. Dashes in. Guides screaming his name like a total drama queen. Merchant's yelling, shaking in his boots, totally losing it. Warrior's eyes are huge. He looks full-on psycho mode. Sword stops inches from the shaking guide's neck. Whoa! Merchant shuts eyes, sweating, thinks he's totally toast. Hero grabs the torch, glaring like he's gonna eat him. Doesn't say a word, just stares down the scared dude. Guide asks if he's good. Warrior's like, "My bad. Got carried away." says let's wreck the goblins and save the kids. Merchant Stooters, a yes, still shaking. Mission accomplished. They head deeper into the cave, dragging the demon corpse. Back home, the villagers are shook. The kids actually made it alive. Major feels, parents grab their spawn, crying happy but some, Rondo, thanks to Merc for hauling out the dead monster. Granny offers stew but he's like, nah, feed the kiddos instead. The fighter tells his sidekick to just grub with them while he chills. Merchant watches him bail, looking sus. Then he peeps a kid's face, looking totally wrecked. Seeing the panic, he starts using his brain cells. It clicks, and now he's completely freaking out. Cave flashback. Kids were scared, stiff, chanting, weird gibberish. Hero explains they got brainwashed right after getting nabbed. The lie, their parents ghosted them forever. Told they were useless. Trash. So intense, even a priest would crack. Warrior says it just hyped up the harsh reality. Guy freaks, asking why a demon would be so savage. Smirking, the fighter goes, that's just demon vibes. Merchant zips. It, totally speechless. Now the cruel comment clicks. Duncan asks if TLC fixes the kids. Big Guy says maybe, but doubts the parents got the skills. Guy jumps, cause the MC is already bouncing. Says chill, but dude says snitches are already here. Fighter says they won't slide on a dead paladin. Guide remembers he merced that paladin with zero chill. Dead serious. Hero warns they gotta dip ASAP. Meanwhile, Blonde Knight and squad keep snooping. She looks ready to hunt the perp, whatever the cost. Fighter juices the corpse, fills his flask in front of everyone. Figures half a flask, covers emergencies. He's done here. Villager asks, what's the plan for the body? Warrior says he's good, tells the dude to torch it. Villager is confused. Why toss such expensive loot? Thinks selling to a paladin would make mad bang. McWarns the smell brings monsters. If they don't burn it, deadpan. He asks if they want more goblins invading. Spooked. They stutter. They'll torch everything. They agree to burn it instantly. Granny, thanks to Merc again, says they pooled loot to thank him for the save. Silent for a sec. He says he'll make good use of it. Wasting no time, he equips the new kicks. Slaps on the belt too. Looks tough and high tier. Guide calls the fit decent. Warrior says, let's bounce. Suddenly, chest pain hits hard. He freezes up. Guide is confused. Fighter sees the paladin wound is open. Usually heals fast, but this won't quit. Realizes the spear was holy. Meanwhile, Lady Helia is still snooping around the crime scene. Her lackey Ethan finds zero clues, so she roasts him for being useless. She's like, use your brain and figure it out from this junk. He asks if she's got a suspect or knows who the squad is. She flips out, screaming that the spirits are the big hint. Then she drags him, saying that's why he's stuck at level 1. He thinks she's full of it but stays quiet. Can't sass Healy Muno, who crushed 20 demons? Youngest boss ever. Personality? Trash. Skills? Legit. Dude's annoyed, but a basic grunt can't touch her level. He rolls with it until the boss lady freezes and spins around. Dead serious. She tells Ethan to grab the holy gadget. He freaks out. You mean Damien's twin mirrors? Those looking glasses show history and destiny, but one's busted. She screams, that's the point, and threatens to tell the big boss. She chills him out. It only cracks if it sees a mega demon. Trapped, the dude hands over the star-shaped thingy. He crouches down, setting up the magic glass for her. It lights up super bright, then blasts purple and pink visions. They spot our guy chugging demon juice and throwing hands. Both of them stare, totally confused by what they're seeing. In the clip, the fighter's eyes are glowing angry red. Bam, the mirror explodes. They just stand there, mouth breathing. Ethan's like, no way, only a top-tier baddie breaks that. Shaking in his boots, he says let's bail back to HQ to snitch. But she grins. Caught him, we ain't leaving. She says the hunt is on, and he's just shook. She whips out her gold blade, ready to rumble. Glowing blue and smiling. She's hyped for a fight. She swears she wrecked that human-looking demon. Miles away, the guide is by the river, deep in his feels. Thinking of the kids and his own son bums him out, so he shakes it off. He snaps out of it, heading back to stick with the brute. At camp, he finds the main character passed out by the flames. Grub in hand, he walks up asking why the guy's floored. The guide is totally lost on what's going down. He yells as his boss shivers on the dirt. How's a demon slayer this week? Duncan spots the chest gash and asks, what's the deal? The fighter kicks himself for not noticing the magic weapon earlier. He bets it was blessed to deal critical hits on demons. Since he chugs demon juice, that holy magic messed him up. The guide tries to help, but the warrior says, don't bother. Hero asks about the moon. Waning. Perfect. Tonight's the night. Papa Forest noise jump scares both of them. Guide's confused, but our hero goes full alert mode. Creepy yellow eyes pop up in the dark, followed by howling. Whoa. Huge wolf alert. Guide says it's a blade wolf. Yikes. Our guy's size? Great. Another fight? He thinks, bracing himself, grabs the axe and sword, time to slice and dice. Tells the guy to chill back there. Dude looks totally spooked. Can't catch a break in this cursed dump, he thinks, glaring at the mutts. Axe up. Worst timing ever. Guys. He snarks at the pack. Whole squad of wolves staring him down. Teeth looking sharp. Breathing hard. Sweat dripping. The pain is real. Folks, zero chill. They're rushing the camp without hesitation. Speedy Gonzalez zooms in, growling like a maniac. Axe. Spin move. Pulls a classic counter. Bonk. Hits the creature right on the noggin. Splashing red everywhere. Wolf goes flying. Squad watches and ooh, aiming is kinda hard right now. Surprise, 2 more incoming. Double trouble time. Sword out, big guys ready to rumble with these beasts. Surrounded, just spamming defense moves everywhere. It's getting sweaty. Trying not to get wrecked here. Drop the loot. Fine. Throwing hands at the wolf. Grabs the furball tight. Next move loading. Yeet. Uses the wolf as a bowling ball to hit the others. Focus mode on boxing with wild animals is insane. Grab the neck. Snap. Game over for that one. Tried to bite, eat a fist sandwich, buddy. HP is low. Enemies everywhere. But he won't rage quit. Koss, another beast with pure anger. Totally drained. Standing in a pile of defeated mobs. Not over yet. The squad's teaming up for round 2. These pups are pro gamers. He's running out of time. Yells at them to back off. Like that'll actually work. Guides waving fire around like a maniac to scare him. Grabs the flask. Drinking this is basically toxic sludge. Wolves sense the vibe shift. They're nervous now. Yahello chugs the demon juice for a pack. Downs the whole thing. Denny smashes the empty bottle. Let's go. Glowing red aura. Boss mode activated. Wolves growl, but they're low-key terrified. Laser eyes. Staring them down like a total psycho. Zoom. One shot of the wolf instantly. The rest are shook by his speed hacks. They ignore him and rush the squishy guide instead. Merchant guy screams like a banshee. Panic mode? Hero's faster though. Easy peasy now. He realizes his berserker buff is just broken. His skills swap based on the snack. Now he's rocking crazy speed stats. Glowing red. He's ready to solo. Bro's just a red streak. Zooming by. Ate a speedster. Got the zoom. The wolves saw that and dipped out. But he yells, they're booking it. MC senses. It's not over yet though. Then bam. Huge paw shakes the earth. Hero squares up. Guide cowers back. Big Scarface wolf pulls up angry. Guide points. That thing is huge. Yup, that's the pack leader for sure. Buff wears off. Oh, he crosses blades to tank the huge tackle. What is this STR stat? Is it trying to squish him? He pushes back with everything he's got. Snap his axe handle, just gave up. Bro falls, but his sidekick saves him. Freaking out. The seller yells, "You're good?" He waves fire to keep the dog away. Ouch. Chest wound reopened, leaking HP. Big dog growls. Guide pulls bro up. MC checks the sky. Is it time yet? He looks intense. Found the answer. Glowing yellow eyes. Time's up. Dark, moonless midnight. Just hit. Instantly jams his sword into the dirt. Starts praying to the weapon. God boss. Asks for buffs. Guide is so lost. Sky eyes shut. I'm ditching my name. Crazy gold aura. Freaks out the dog. Big guy is shook by the light show. Guide's freaking out. Yelling, what? Huge gold fire pillar engulfs him. Creepy voice asks, name the sword. Haven't felt this vibe in forever. Dead serious. He goes, name's Mosquito. Sword glows gold. It digs the name. Gets brighter. Red mark pops up on it. Funky symbol with hidden op stats. Drops his trait. The nameless one. Wolf screams, ready to jump the new M. Guide's shaking and yelling for him. Max power. Now, he dodges like nothing. He sprints by the beast. Ready to hit? Boom. A flashy notification pops up right in his face. His sword starts glowing with this creepy, thirsty, red vibe. Turns out, the blade just unlocked the lifesteal perk. Now his HP bar refills while his cuts magically zip shut. Big wolf howls in pain, throwing pure shade at the guy. Dude thinks, not enough, and dares the beast to bring it. Screaming, the wolf glares back, face all red and messy. Hero swings the new sword. Red lightning zaps the beast. The blade glows, slurping up monster juice to heal him. Just like that, our fighter is back to 100% health. Even that nasty paladin curse on his chest, totally gone. Fight's done. Guess those wolves were just free XP packs. He checks his loot and that sweet vampiric buff he got, but the sword is trash tier, so the buff is pretty weak. He sighs. Whatever, it's better than nothing for now. Free enchants without spending mats. Total cheat code. Takes him back to his noob days, learning the ropes. Guide peeks from behind a tree. Is it safe yet? Can't believe the barb clutched a 1v all victory. He walks up and gasps. Dude, your health is full. Protag asks. Yo, why didn't you bail when you could? Merchant freezes. totally stumped for an answer. Fighter's like, if you dipped, you'd be safe by now. Guy thinks hard. Why did he stay? He has no clue. Then it clicks. He yells like he solved a puzzle. Warrior grins. JK wolves are faster. You'd be toast. Guide wonders. Did I stay cause I was worried? Hero yawns. You take watch. I need a nap. Bad. Then glares. Run, and I will find you. Seriously. Merchant gulps. Barbarians? Don't bluff. Scary stuff. So he pulls an all-nighter staring at the campfire. Next morning they roll out. Guide looks absolutely wrecked. Hero's hoping to avoid any more paladin drama today. Guide points to the map. Alliance land in 10 days. Routes, chill. Maybe some bandits, but whatever. Guide thinks, bandits versus this guy. Rip bandits. He taps a spot called Morton Castle. Pit stop here. Also shows a shortcut. The golden road to Hero knows, it's a grind. But hey, could be worse. 300 years back, East was a total war zone. Nobody liked strangers, especially huge barbs like him. Reminds him of Melissa. She gave him the icy stare too. Mage girl took notes, thinking he was some kind of thug. He smirks, just thinking about that random memory. Guide says the city alliance is way more chill now. Merchants yapping, but then, whoa, look ahead. Suddenly, they spot some dudes looking wrecked. Fighter's like, what's the tea? Guide says, bandits, bullying tourists. Let's dip, Warrior says. Zero drama needed. But nope, one of those. Hoodies clocks him. Boss yells, get over here. Hero groans Uga, not the vibe. Stuck. They trudge toward the waiting creeps. Goons pull steel, ready to throw down. Blade out. Big guy steps up to face the mob. Stops close, giving M the ultimate death stare. Guys, eye twitches, and he just starts screaming. Two goons are totally roasting their buddy. Gramps yells, look, those chickens are running. Boss lolls? Tell him. The raging horn is here. Hero asks again, yo, what's the deal here? Leader turns. Calls him horn of a gun. Weird. Wrong guy fam warrior said, I gotta bounce. Move it or get wrecked. Your call. Boss is lost. Wait, you aren't the raging horn? Dudes stare. Total awkward silence. For real. Pulls a shiv. Who the heck are you then? Raging hard. Guy yells. He's just a rondo. Guide shrieks. But Hero just chills, silently.